Hey guys, today I wanted to present to you, new word, present to you this Union Pacific 482. This is a Iron Horse, you can see it's PSC, made by Katsumi. I believe this was 1985 or 4, whatever. As you can see, this one, it's a bit lackluster. You can kind of see it's a bit lackluster, as you can see. The drive isn't painted, but the body is. Not very well though. Let me take this out. Back out for a second. You can see you kind of missed that whole section, and on the inside too. So let me bring a light over here. You can see, not a great paint job, but this thing runs amazingly. So when I bought it, I tested it, and the motor was dead. So I put a new motor in there. It's a fall hopper. It's a decently sized cam motor. Another thing interesting about this is it goes around my tight radius curves. So on my layout, I have a main loop that's 24-inch radius, and then I have a somewhat of a logging branch. It's not done yet. That's way sharper, and most of my other engines don't go around it, but this one goes around it perfectly fine. I had another 482 that derailed trying to go around it, which was weird. It was the West Side or Balboa 482, so 7 or 8 years earlier. If you are a avid Union Pacific modeler, you will notice something that's a little off. It has the wrong tender. This is an FEF1 tender. Still a nice tender. This is a PFN tender, like 1970s. But this came with a Union Pacific 280 tender. That little, it's a tiny tender, little 8-wheel, tiny Vanderbilt. So I figured for right now, this is better than better than that one. That's another reason it doesn't have DCC and sound. I didn't want to put sound in this and then have to take it all back apart when I got a new decoder, when I got a new tender. So I figured I have other engines that could use a decoder. You know, they don't need one, but I mean, they don't have one. But this one doesn't have one, so I figured I could use the other ones that have the right tenders, or I'll have a decoder that I could use. And I figured I can just wait until I get the right tender, which shouldn't be too long. I mean, there's a bunch of people made them. Like, you can use like a 410-2 tender. I mean, Overland made one, Balboa made one, West Side made one, Balboa and PSC. I mean, and all the 410-2s I think have the same tender. Maybe the 210-2s as well. I can correct me if I'm wrong, but I mean, still be close enough. So not going to be too hard to find a tender. You just don't want to have to pay too much for it. But in the meantime, I mean, I can show you this engine, but I mean, it's just a 482. I mean, you've probably seen one already. It's not a bad looking engine, and you can see someone tried to glue that front on. I actually glued on pretty well, but I mean, it's a beautiful engine. You can see that gearbox in there. It's got the PSC drive. I took it apart, and it has its precision scale. But yeah, I'll get it on the track, and then you guys can see just how well it runs. I mean, when this thing runs, I mean, the only other noise you'll hear is the track. No, that's the track. The car wheels. I mean, metal wheels are pretty noisy, but I'll go put that on the track, and yeah. So now that we have the locomotive on the track, you can hear that noise. But something I feel, I don't know if this is true or not, I can just want to show you, that is that cameras are a bit quieter So this one has a fall hopper can motor and a back head. That one has a NJ custom brass, or has a KMT motor and a back head. So you hear that one. Yeah, you can just hear it's a lot higher and it's almost more pulsy. Hear that, and then I mean, it's a noticeable difference. I mean, that one, that's actually a pretty good runner, the 442. A lot of some crummy 442s. Just push that off to the side, sorry about that. But onto this engine. Even with that tender, I mean, you kind of see, it doesn't actually look that bad. It almost could be prototypical. I mean, just say, FEF1, one got wrecked, the tender was fine. This one needed a new tender, and boom, there you go. That never happened. So, I guess it's just gonna stay like this. Oh, I'm gonna put a real tender on it, but for right now, it's okay. Also, I'm not too upset about that being unpainted, because the engine is kind of not very well painted. Yeah, so, I mean, if we just do this, you can just see how smooth it runs. There's a thing on Digitrax where to get the engine moving, you usually have to go, it's from 0 to 7, there's nothing, and then it kind of just goes at that speed. It's like 8 or, like once you go to like 8 or like 7 to 9, it starts going, but you just hear that once you get going. All you can really hear is the actual car movement, and kind of see it slow down. I do actually have the right caboose. And a lot of I just have a few different cabooses that I use. I guess we could just do a little caboose review. This is a KMT Balboa Union Pacific CA4 caboose. Painted, and come painted. Got window glazing and all, and decals. Good caboose, cheap. Get. Well, I don't know on this side. That's no weird. You can just get it. It's a good caboose. I mean, I don't know if it's period correct or prototypical. I'm not one of those people. I just do that for resale value. That's why I'm waiting to get an actual tender, because if I try to sell that locomotive, the mountain with the not right tender, people won't be happy. If we put it back, stupid coal cars. Well, that just made everything worse. Whatever. Oh, okay, that's not good. Hope you enjoyed the video. See you in the next one. Oh, and also another reason I have a change of scenery is because I'm working on a logging repair shed for fine scale miniatures. Took me a long time to do, because I had exams, and then I kind of lost effort. But that was Union Pacific MT-73. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and bye.